Here's one of the best sales lines I've ever heard. Layla and I were at the store at some luxury thing for like nice jackets for the winter. And Layla and I were trying on jackets, but the problem is we lived in Austin. It's hot there all the time and we'd never need a jacket like this. And so we told the salesman, hey, you know, it's not about the money. I don't think we're really gonna use it. And this is what he said. He said, if it were free, would you take it? And I just smiled and he's like, right, well then it's not about the money. And so then it actually redirected us back to price overcomes. And I thought it was one of the best ways to get back in the saddle in a sale.
I can see how that frame might work in certain contexts there. Like you could do it that way and then try to overcome the price. I think there's an easier way to do that though, is simply reframe them by simply getting them to let their guard down and simply saying, well, yeah, I mean, if it's that warm in Austin, I wouldn't want you to buy a jacket you would never actually use. Now, how often do you actually travel out of Austin though? Say if I'm selling to Alex, typically where are those speaking engagements at?
Oh, well, we got one in Chicago next month, and we've got one in Nashville, and then we've got one in Toronto.
So typically the reason why someone would come in here from like a warm climate like Austin and want this jacket is because they're not necessarily going to use it in Austin. They're typically going to use that when they travel to see family, or in your case, speaking engagements. Like you said, Chicago, like what type of jacket would you typically wear to that event? Like just to show up and actually meet the founders of the event. And you've got a jacket on, like how do you want them to perceive you? See, now I'm getting them to think about they're going to view you as higher status because you got a really nice jacket on, if status was important to them. I like this frame. I would just tweak it a little bit in my opinion. Hope that helped.